Hey y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. Today is going to be some easy pantry meals. I have got some things from my pantry, freezer, refrigerator, and today I am making some sloppy joes with some sloppy joe sauce, some ground beef from my freezer that I thawed out, and some french fries that I got from my freezer. I'm going to go ahead and use those up and put those in the oven. Alright, I've just got some ketchup for my french fries, and this is what we had for dinner tonight. Tonight I'm going to make some homemade hamburger helper. I've browned my ground beef, and I'm adding some minced onion in there. You could just use a regular onion if you would like. And I've got about 1.5 cups of pasta. You can use any kind of pasta. I'm using shells. I've got 1 cup of water and 1 cup of milk that I'm going to add to the pot. And I'm going to add my spices. I'm going to add some onion powder and salt, and I also added some pepper. And I'll just stir that around and cook that until the noodles are done. And then I'm going to add some cubed up Velveeta cheese and mix that around in there. And I'll let that get melted. You can add more or less cheese, how much ever you want. I just added about 1/4 of a block, and I'm just going to put the lid on until the cheese melts. Alright, the cheese is melted. You could always add some more milk or cheese if you would like. This is really just however you like it. We like ours just like this. And now I'm just going to pair it with some cream corn and just have a quick and easy meal tonight. Alright, tonight we're going to have another quick and easy pantry meal. I've got some potatoes that I needed to use up. I've cubed them up, and I've added some oil, salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and some parsley. And I'm just going to put those in the oven, and I'll take the bowl that I mixed up the potatoes in and take my homegrown green beans and mix those in. I've got the oil, salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and I'm just going to mix that around. And when the potatoes are almost done, I will go ahead and add those green beans and let those cook. So I'm just going to stir those around, and I have got some Mahi Mahi that I'm going to defrost, and we're going to cook that with the potatoes and the green beans. And I've got that sitting there getting defrosted, and now I've got it laid out, and I've got my melted butter here, and I'll just add all my spices to the butter. I've got some parsley flakes. Pretty much everything that I've added to the potatoes and green beans I'll add to the butter, except I am going to add some lemon pepper because it goes so well with this Mahi Mahi. And I'm just using that Walmart lemon pepper seasoning. And these Mahi Mahis are so good. I always get them, but don't get them from Walmart because they're too expensive. If you get them, go to Sam's Club and get them. I'm also going to add a splash of lemon juice. That always makes it really good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mix all that together in that butter, and I'll just put that on the Mahi Mahi. We had this at the beach. We just got back from 10 days at the beach, and we got some Mahi Mahi from there, and it was so good. And I really love this fish, even though it's kind of expensive, but I keep it in the freezer just for quick and easy meals. So tonight we really need a quick and easy meal. So I'm going to go ahead and get these rubbed on the fish, and I'm going to put those in a pan and pan fry them. You can also make these exactly like this, but just in the air fryer, and they are good like that too. Okay, the potatoes are done. Now I'm going to add my green beans, and I'll put them back in the oven and let them roast until they're done. I like mine really, really cooked in the oven. I like to get that little char on it too. All right, I'm just cooking them in some butter and oil. I'll just cook them for a couple minutes on each side. This turned out so good. I put some more lemon juice on the fish, and I cooked those potatoes and green beans pretty good bit of time, but that's the way I like them. But this turned out really good. Tonight we're going to make some pork chops from the freezer, and it is about 8:04 at night, so I want to hurry up and get something done for dinner. It's going to be quick and easy, and I've really been trying to get stuff out of the freezer and make it, and these pork chops have been in the freezer too long, so I needed to make them. And I've got a bag of flour here that I'm going to dredge them in. It's just got salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, you know the drill. And I'm just going to dredge the pork chops in that flour and cook it in my cast iron skillet. I got the oil nice and hot over here. Alright, I've got my water boiling over there for mac and cheese. My pork chops are frying up really good. I'm just using more of those shells I need to use up for the macaroni and cheese. So it's 8:33 and I am ready to eat, y'all. I can't believe this came together so fast, but you know, we're always flying by the seat of our pants. Got my macaroni and cheese. I just added that Velveeta. I've got my fried pork chops. Don't that look so good? It smells amazing in here. And I just opened a can of peas, and we've got dinner here in under 30 minutes, or right at 30 minutes. This is what I like to eat with my pork chop. This turned out so good, and under 30 minutes, or right at 30 minutes, you can't beat that. Tonight we're going to have some good old chicken and dumplings, and I got a chicken out of the freezer and I cooked it down, and now I'm going to strain some of that chicken broth into the pot, and I'm going to use that for some chicken and dumplings. And I've got 4 biscuits. I'm going to use 4 to bake, and I'm going to use 4 as my dumplings. And I'm going to put those in the oven and get those other ones started. I'm going to cut them into strips. You could always just pull them apart if you'd like, but I've got my chicken and my broth sitting here cooking, and it's going to be so good. And I've got some water here. I'm going to make some rice. And I've just cut up my biscuits into slices. You don't have to cut them up like this. You can just pull them apart and throw them in there. That's what I do sometimes too, but these are a little bit more uniform and they'll cook a little bit more even, so I'm just going to put them in the boiling broth and cook them up. And these are going to be the easiest chicken and dumplings you have ever made. Right, I cooked the dumplings for about 15 minutes with the lid on, and then took the lid off and cooked it about 10 minutes more, and these are perfect. I wish you could smell it. I've got my rice here and my biscuits. This is just my perfect way to make chicken and dumplings. I have to have it this way every single time. And I'll just pour my chicken and dumplings over my rice. And I don't know, it's just so comforting to me. I guess this is the way my grandmother made it for us, and that's why I like it like this. But that chicken is so flavorful. It was so good. So I hope y'all enjoyed this week of pantry meals. They were all about 30 minutes or less. You just can't beat that. And I used a lot out of my freezer and my pantry and my refrigerator. So I hope y'all have a blessed week coming up. And I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see y'all in the next video.